Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel and to a flip through of another perfect Halloween book. This is Tangle Magic, a spellbinding colouring book with hidden charms by Jessica Palmer. Apparently this is the large format edition and supposedly includes how to colour a gem, which is quite cool to see. This is something that I thought was a bit different to have in my collection. I don't have many books with this sort of style, so yeah, and I haven't seen much about this, so I thought it would be interesting to do a little flip through to show you on YouTube. So for size comparison, it is basically the same size as a Kirby. It's just like maybe 2mm wider, but that's just the front cover, because one of the neat features about this book is that the cover is actually wider than the book itself. So you can see, maybe not so much with Fragile World because I haven't used this one a lot, but definitely in, for example, Mythomorphia and Alien Worlds, which I have taken around a bit, there's a little bit of corner damage where this might have been in one of my bags while traveling for colouring or things like that. So I do appreciate that it has a slightly wider cover, and the cover is like a really heavy duty cardboard. So yeah, it's quite a nice cover. This is also produced by 5 Search Press or 50 Search Press. I'm not sure what that's meant to be. Hopefully it's clear on the inside. So yeah, we have this really beautiful inside cover page, and this has actually been attached to this cover, so it makes this cover even thicker. Now Jessica Palmer is the artist behind Tangle, which is another really beautiful book that I think I'd like to get into my collection as well. Yeah, I find the work really fascinating. And we have the copyright information. And just a simple "this book belongs to" page. And then we start to get into the actual book itself. Welcome to Tangle Magic, a wonderful world of Tangle Magic, a place of enchantment filled with dragons, fairy tale creatures and mythical creatures. Enter this place of fascination and intrigue and let your imagination meander through a mystical land of legends, wizardry and bewitchment. Draw it, doodle and dream and cast a colourful spell on every page. And just look at this monkey, isn't it cool? So the paper itself is, I would put this as the same as Kirby's paper. It's just thick, clean white paper. It's not Amazon thinness. It is got a reasonable amount of body to it. It is very smooth and very white. So yeah, there is a hide and seek element to this book. However, I feel like this is more appropriate and can kind of be worked in a little easier than, say, some of the hide and seeks from Kirby's or Mythographics, the older ones, where they would put random objects. At least these sort of charms are appropriate for the book. Hopefully they're not too obvious or can be worked in a way, if we do spot any. So yeah, this Genie Cat. So I think it's quite an interesting style. It reminds me a little bit of Lizzie Mary Cullen, and the artist behind Magical City, but in a more, dealing with portraiture and people and fantasy creatures and flowers as opposed to city landscapes. But it gives me those sort of vibes, and I just thought it was a really interesting book. And it's got some stuff like this frog here that's kind of perfect for Halloween. Like there's a little bit of witchy, magic-y spell, so you could also, felt appropriate for the month of October. Yeah, see, we've got some more witches there. Moon, owl and cat. I also like that a lot of this has like some wide backgrounds. So you've got room to play and, you know, explore different ideas in the background too. Kind of reminds me of the Mad Hatter. I also appreciate that these kind of look hand-drawn, as if they were like just done with an ink pen. I think that's really neat as well. Massive double page spread there. I do have a little bit of glue poking out there. So it looks like it is glue bound. Glue binding is not my favourite, but there is sewing. I thought it was a sewn bound book. Maybe they just put a bit of glue in there to protect it, because I can see down the bottom here we have got a little bit of ribbon, like they've sewn into and then attached to the ribbon. So maybe it's just a little bit of a spillover or something from when they were putting the two sections together. So I think this is meant to be the Princess and the Pea. So yeah, something like that where you've just got a few elements and then you've got all this open space could be really fun for playing with. Bicycle chickens. You have to wonder how people come up with this stuff. Yeah, that's quite a cool, like, Christmassy Snow Queen style, but it's a duck. That could be like a bottle of eyes, almost like a witch's bottle of eyes. And then we've got some more potions. So it's a little hard to sit flat at the moment, but it's not too bad. It just kind of has to be pushed down, which isn't the best for showing on a flip through. Oh, the animal's at the ball. It must be Cinderella because of the slipper. That's very cool. I have some questions about the size, because the horse is the same size as a rabbit and possibly a chicken. That's some interesting sizes, but it's cool as well. It's very trippy. It's very trippy, this one. Again, it's got like a really unique, interesting style. So that's quite cool too, with the emptiness of it, because again, you've got that space to do your own. Like it does say at the start to doodle in here as well, so you can very easily add your own elements as well. Big double page spread there. So I think this might have one of the charms from the start, but see, it's worked in absolutely fine. I haven't like spotted any of the charms like really noticeably, like obviously out of place, so I do appreciate that. Now we've got some dragons and a phoenix. Keys are actually cool. I'm working on another page with a key at the moment, so the key is particularly cool. That kind of actually reminds me of a kiwi with the head shape, but it's not a long enough beak. But there's enough room there that I could kind of block that out and turn it into a kiwi. Like some of these birds I could see reworking to be kiwi birds. Not necessarily the kiwi bird, like some of our native birds here. We have some really cool native birds. And being able to rework some of these as those birds could be really fun. tarot cards. It's quite cool. Oh, that one's really neat. Oh, with the moon there and being able to play with that as your primary light source. That's a lot of fun. I think that spread is one of my favourites. You could see this being a really fun page to explore. Oh, excuse me, my nose is like decided immediately to start running. Oh, that's quite cute too. It's like a little toy box. I like that one too. Some of this also reminds me in a way of Hannah Carlson with some of the patterns, and like it's a lot less, it's a lot more, there's a lot more lines and details to it, I think. But some elements of it I can see similar. Whoa, that's a very busy page, but also could be a lot of fun. It's got a little bit of everything. And then we have our final page there, and then more by the, so it is Search Press, more by them. Those paint pad posters could be kind of fun, if I can find them. Okay, well supposedly these how to colour a gem. Maybe it's like a link of somewhere? Did I miss that? Oh no, there we go. I did miss that. I somehow skipped that page. I was going to say. It's a shame because that cover's really cool. But yeah, 5 steps to colour a gem. Choose a light source. Draw a crescent 1/3 deep, lighter, darker, white space. Wow, that's like really... Okay, so I want you to go to Z. So go like that. Interesting. Not necessarily how I'd colour a gem, but interesting if it's there and if it helps you. Enjoy. So yeah, that was Tangled Magic by Jessica Palmer. I hope you've enjoyed seeing this flick through of this book. Really interesting book, I think. I haven't seen it really flip through much, so I like flipping through some of the more odd books in my collection. If you know of any other books in my collection you'd like a flip through of, feel free to ask, or if you're not sure, feel free to ask. I think I'm up to like 160 books at this stage. It's getting ridiculous, but also I love colouring books, so more than happy to flip through anything if I've got it in the shelf for you. As always, make sure you're taking care of yourself, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!